Hello, and welcome to this courtroom. I am Mark Takeshi Ota, and I today shall be your judge, jury, executioner, and a thumbs up. Judge, jury, executioner, witness. What else do we have? The bailiff, and mustache twirling villain. Oh, there's so many thumbs up. Says mustache twirling villain. A person that gets accused. What is that again? A defendant, and all kinds of other things that may be thrown our way. And I am very excited about it. The setup, professional streamer. I don't know if there are any executioners in this. There might be. We don't know. We will see what the future has in store for us. I just realized I don't have the chat actually on this this window thing, but hopefully it'll be on the next one. I've thought this all through. Hello, Wartiger, first time chat. Lovely to have you. A quick recap of where we were last time. Oh my God, Poggy Pocket. You are just the sweetest. You're just killing it and killing me, and thank you so much. Oh, and because I don't have the chat thing on this thing, we don't have the ding. I'll make a ding for you. Balloons for Poggy Pocket. Balloons and confetti. Confetti. Yeah. Excellent. So this is how my courtroom is going to be run. My courtroom is going to be with balloons, with confetti, with maybe even fireworks if things go really well. I don't know. As I said fireworks, my thumbs just really wanted to go up here and do this, but I don't know if we're ready for it. Fireworks! It's funny how the fireworks are restricted to just this space, kind of, you know? Isn't that weird? As you can see, I've tried something different today, and I'm actually pleasantly surprised by how well this works. Only that my chair is swivelly, and that. But I fit pretty well on here, don't I? I think I fit pretty well on this chair. What did I want to do? This is why I need a script. But on my shirt, yes, this is quite in the color scheme, isn't it? But what did we do? Last time we managed to get off a boat. Finally, yes. And then we made it to London. Oh wait, was that last time? Or was it the time before? Either way, I think it was the time before actually. But we made it to London, and we're so excited to start our new life there. And then we were just like pulled into becoming someone's attorney. Happens all the time, right? Like, happened to me first time I came to London. I was like, yeah, now you have to be someone's attorney. We met Van Zeeks for the first time. Indeed, we did. And we said bye to Male Strongheart. Was it Strongheart? I think it was Strongheart. We did first closing argument. No, what was it called again? Is it called closing argument? When we questioned the. There was another word, wasn't there? Miles Strongheart. There was another word when we were like questioning the jury and stuff. Summation examination. Thank you, Mika Knox. Thank you very much. I was so focused on all my thinking and overwhelmed by Poggy Pocket's generosity that I forgot to say hi to all who's all here. We've got Very Weird Creature, Arcamifloss, Arcamifloss, Galewind Valley, Judge. Yeah, sometimes I'm the voice of the judge, right? And El Carlin is in, and Spaghetti plays guitar. Oh, gosh, we got and Wartiger. Does it mean you tigger? We got Tysa. How's it going? And aim listens to. You aim to listen to things. Is that what that means? Kazuma Asogi, of course. Mikonox Network Chan. Barok's wife is here. Excellent. Let's see how your husband's doing today. And Lou Blues, it's your birthday tomorrow. You just saw your mom hide a package from Japan. Ooh, TGAA goodies. How exciting. Well, I don't know if we're going to make it. Wait, where are you based? Maybe we'll make it to midnight where you are, but maybe not quite. I don't know. It depends on where you are. But See, I would wish you a happy early birthday, but in Germany, it's actually bad luck to do it. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. Like, depending on your culture, I can wish you a happy birthday, but in my culture, you're not supposed to do it. So whenever you meet like a German, they will never have their birthday party before their birthday. You don't wish them their birthday before. I'm sometimes the judge. Have we not listened to this last time? Chrysanthemo. Sometimes I'm the judge. No, actually, Germans, we don't wish each other birthday at all. Not before, not after. It can only happen exactly the moment you were born. So I was born, I think, about 7 a.m. So 9th of August, 7 a.m., you can say happy birthday. And then no minute later or earlier. I'm only joking, of course. On the minute, on the second, on the dot, everybody like kind of comes to your house in Germany. On the moment where it's your birth moment, we actually just say birth moment. We don't say birthday because that's just a waste of time. Why would you spend a whole day celebrating when you were born? That is just stupid. That is ridiculous. What a waste of time. Inefficient. We don't do that in Germany. I'm only joking. This is all ridiculousness. But same time zone as me in Ireland. Okay, then we're probably not going to make it all the way to your birthday. Anyway, this was my speech about what German birthdays are. It's nice, isn't it? Like to learn a little bit about each other's cultures here, you know? Like because y'all are all like in all kinds of different places, right? I mean, where are we all at? How do I even say that? Manectric? I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't know how to pronounce numbers in names. That's very confusing for me. A pain for me since you were born like 4 in the morning. Yeah, that would be difficult for you though. Manectric. But yes, Lou Blues, let me know. I'd love to hear what you've gotten. What you've gotten? I hope you don't become something else unless you want to. But anyway, yes, German law, indeed. I like to. You know, is there anyone else here that where there are these? Oh, I just had my email on. I don't need the email sound. We don't need that. I'm gonna close my email. I just did that. Luckily, I didn't close OBS. That would have been embarrassing. Manectric, very good. In the Netherlands, you had culture shock. You didn't hear email. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it's because I've got this beautiful new mic that manages to like just get the sound from me here because it's so special. It's a special microphone. It's not that special. It's just better than the rubbish that I had before. But ding, indeed. Anyway, I'm so glad that me as the judge. I should have like changed back to this one here. Woo! We've got new subscription. Oh wait, no. That's because it dinged now. Interesting. Like the Poggy Pockets thing. Ding. See, it's dinging now. You're getting dinging in retrospect. Isn't that exciting? I love it. It stored it up and was just like, hold on a minute. We still need to remind you, you know, this thing happened. So I'm very grateful for it. Now we're going to have more dings. Ding! Hello? This is just me. Exactly. Wait, oh, I only just started streaming. Was there someone else here before? Was there someone else? I don't know what's going on because I'm Mark. And whoever was there before, there must have been another person. What? Wait, is the brain doing... If I do this and then... Oh no, that doesn't work that well, does it? It doesn't look like it's coming out of my brain, is it? Anyway, this is me rambling for 10 minutes. Very good, very good. I came prepared with this monologue. It was a very precise monologue. Wait, what's catching up? I missed that. Oh, the dinging, yes. Sometimes my brain doesn't see everything at the time that it's meant to. Anyway, we are here to play this beautiful game. Great Ace Attorney. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm so excited about it and see what our little Runaway Room has in store for us. Are you excited about it too? I hope so. Because otherwise, what are we doing here, right? Right? Okay. And I need to make myself small again, don't I? Small. Ooh, we got a cheer. We got a cheer from Mix Match Magic. Thank you, Mix Match Magic. I don't know what the I do balloon for cheers. Balloon. Oh, it's not ballooning. Maybe. Oh, it clicked again, even though I didn't want to. Confetti for Mix Match Magic. Woohoo. Wait, I want to put this a little bit further. I want to put it, and that's going to make weird noises, probably. Weird noises from the microphone. Oh, no. Oh, no. Microphone's getting loose. This is totally pro, all prepared. This is exactly what I planned. Here we go. Ready to play. Continue the adventure. This is sagging. Is it sagging? No, let me see if I can put it slightly up. Come here. Perfection. This is how I planned it. The Adventure of the Runaway Room. Trial. Part 2. The Old Bailey. Continue. Oh, that was anticlimactic. Here we go. Here we go. Am I working on the third game, Alodici? I don't know anything about that one way or the other. I whenever people ask like about future jobs, I can never say anything. So that I'm afraid, Alodici, there's nothing I can say about that. That's you know, if I was or wasn't involved in anything, whether it's TGAA or otherwise, I could never tell you. But we can all dream. We can all dream of future games, can't we? Ooh, on animation. Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be fun? Anyway, here we are. What happened last time? Can we go like in the very end? Oh, Van Zieks had a speech. Well, no matter. There's nothing so hard to prove as a self-evident truth, it would seem. No, and why else would we grace the courtroom with our presence after all? So, let us proceed to the next round of battle. Bring forth the witnesses once more. Witnesses! I trust you heard the summation examination we have just had to endure. Yes, that I did. Of course, I heard it. Yes, sir. I heard it. I wonder if First should have a German accent. Maybe he'll morph into one. You, sir, or the end, the coachman. I believe it's Beppo. Yes, sir, my lord. If it transpires that in your previous testimony, you were attempting to veil the presence of a fifth passenger on your omnibus, you will be found guilty of perjury. You are advised to bear that in mind, sir. Mio Dio. Oh, is he like Spanish or something? Mio Dio? Oh, Beppo. Is he Spanish? Oh, Christmas jumper. Oh, gosh. I guess I'll have to do that at some point, won't I? We need to put a Santa hat on the judge for the... Oh, gosh. Yeah, I'll have to have some... Ooh, Caro has arrived. Hello, Caro. Italian. Mio Dio is Italian. Oh, gosh. Am I going to have to do an Italian accent? Maybe I'll try. No, then witnesses, I hereby call on you to testify before the court again. I didn't know he was Italian. Do we have any Italians in here? Maybe Spaghetti plays guitar. Are you Italian? You will explain the various misgivings brought to our attention by the defense's summation examination. Italian. Your family's Italian. Oh gosh. Spaghetti equals Italian, right? That's how it works. Okay. I only carried 4 passengers. That's terrible. It's hard to do the Italian as well as the cold. I don't know why that's so confusing for me. I only carried 4 passengers that night. I swear it. I don't know if my brain can do it. I'm very confused right now. Let's say he's an Italian who's been here for a while, okay? He speaks English just fine. Well, I, for one, was told I had to pay 5 pence for the bus.
He fiddled us on the fair, he did, and then I saw that blood-curdling sight as well. It's all too much.
What, for my bad Italian? I tell you, I saw McGilded stabbing that man. Everything I said before stands. Oh, the diddled and fiddled.
Yes, he stabbed me. Yes, he did. I think so, yes.
Now the Italian came back. I don't know why.
Counsel, make sense of this for me, please.
The phantom fifth passenger, conjured into existence by my learned Eastern friend, never existed. The confusion has arisen from the coachman's sly little cozenage? Cozenage? I feel like that's some...
Beppo, explain yourself.
I'm terribly sorry, Guildmaster.
The guild's fare is 4 pence across the board. You know that. Am I to understand that you've been overcharging your passengers by a penny a fare?
A penny affair? Ooh.
It's so cold, and the last round of the day is always half empty.
You have been dishonest, coachman.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You're a disgrace, Beppo. A disgrace. And your selfish actions have brought dishonor to the entire guild.
If I may, sir, I had to pay 10 pence on the bus just last week.
He's German now. It's canon. 4 passengers at 5 pence each is, yes, 20 pence. I've done the arithmetic 10 times already, but I just can't make the result come out differently. No, that figures.
Well, it would appear that one of the aforementioned misgivings has already been explained. So, counsel for the defense, your cross-examination, if you please.
We've already had the pleasure of a protracted summation examination today. I see you intend to continue the parlor games.
Absolutely. I guess.
Cross-examination. Various misgivings.
I only carried 4 passengers that night. I swear it. But.
So, there were only 4 passengers on your carriage, but you didn't charge them the standard 4 pence fare. Is that right? Now you're getting the whip out in court. I'm sorry, Mr. Beppo, but I don't think that's appropriate.
It's impossible to make the last round of the day. I was so cold. It was all I could do. I stopped myself from passing out.
I'm getting chilblains. Chilblains? Chills? Is that meant to be chills? Chilblains? Just listening to you? Sheesh.
It was terrible. So I wanted to give myself a pat on the back for even keeping the bus running.
I don't know if he's cold now or just has a lisp.
Doesn't dedicated coachman that deserves the extra penny passenger.
Beppo's crying. You are digging a deeper hole for yourself here. Yes, you are. If only there had been a 5th passenger on the omnibus that night. Then we would have had another suspect. Chilblains are small patches of inflamed skin. They develop after exposure to air. That's cold or damp. Well, something new. Shadow Dam. How's it going, buddy? Gosh, everybody knows what chilblains are, and I Google knows everything, eh? Crazy. Shadow Dam. Hey, would you have known what chilblains are? Because I'd heard it for the first time. But apparently the chat knows it. They know. They know stuff. All right, what does Fair Play have to say?
Well, I, for one, was told I had to pay 5 pence for the bus.
Oh, wait, I should have pressed him on that, shouldn't I? We found out some dodgy shit about Mr. Fairplay, haven't we? At some points we have to confront him about that. First time in the game, Galwind Valley. Wow. Well, that's why games teach you things as well, innit? Does that mean everyone on board that night paid 5 pence instead of 4?
Well, I paid 5 pence too, sir.
And I just told you that I did.
A flat fare of 5 pence across the board.
It's not something to be proud of.
The so-called discrepancy my learned friend identified was nothing of the sort.
Oopsie.
Much like the phantom killer you so desperately needed. It's gone, dead and buried.
I'd have been happy if it had ever existed in the first place.
He fiddled us on the fair, he did, and then I saw that blood-curdling sight as well. It's all too much. Too much it is.
This blood-curdling sight, you mean the murder, I presume?
Yes, sir.
A loathsome sight. No one should have to witness the horror in the eyes of a man the moment his life is taken.
Well, not exactly, sir. I mean, I didn't actually see the exact moment the gent was stabbed.
Good gracious, really? We have another witness who did, however. The banker has already testified to it.
But Mr. First didn't actually see the point at which the victim was killed. That may turn out to be very significant. Dun, dun, dun. I agree with that.
I heard the banker gent next to me take a sharp intake of breath, see? That's when I looked through the glass. That's when I saw that horrible blade poking out from his belly, all covered in blood. Every time I see a knife now, I can't help screaming, even when I'm eating.
What a drama queen.
I tell you, I saw McGilded stabbing that man. Everything I said before stands.
So you saw the defendant, Mr. McGilded, stabbing the victim, Mr. Mason, who was sitting next to him,
That's what I said, isn't it?
It was bothering me before, this was. For just a brief moment, he hesitated before answering the question.
Anyway, there was only 2 of them inside the carriage, wasn't there?
There's been much talk of a 5th passenger, but as yet 0 evidence.
Then what are we wasting all this time for, eh? It's black and white, the man's guilty.
Something about Mr. Fairplay's testimony just jars with me. I wish I could work out what it was. Okay. Wait, I'm confused. Oh, I can present shit as well. Well, at some point I want to present this to Bruce. So I want to do that, innit? Wait. Oh, oopsie. Was I supposed to? Oh, was this? Oh, shit. I should have pressed him on that as well, shouldn't I? Pro gamer moment. I know exactly what I'm doing. I can't waste this cross-examination. I have to use it to bring some new facts to light. If you're not careful when you press these witnesses, the danger is that the jury will end up believing something unhelpful, as they did before. Maybe. But we can't let the fear of that happening stop us from uncovering important new information. Yes, you're so right. I need to pay careful attention here. I don't want to miss even a flicker of a reaction among these witnesses. Remember, if you happen to spot one of the witnesses reacting in a strange way, don't hesitate to pursue them as to the reason. Okay. Okay, but we just pressed everyone on this, haven't we? I'm confused. I think only the last one we didn't press, did we? I forgot.
So this one, and then we have... I forgot to press on this one. So do we just press on that one? Sometimes the characters might give you hints at the end like this. Wait, what? Like what? Who gives me hints? I don't need hints. I'm a pro. I know exactly what I'm doing. Anyway, earlier you testified that you saw the moment when the defendant allegedly stabbed the victim, didn't you? Oh, yes, that's right. You said that the victim was on the floor and described the assailant holding the knife in an ice pick grip. That whole conversation that had after you went through... right, between Sisato and Ryu. Yeah, that... I think she sometimes gives me some help, doesn't she? Not that I need it.
I suppose I might have, yes, put the cart before the horse, maybe.
What's this?
Well, I'm quite sure about most of it. I was driving the horses when I heard the scream from the seats on the roof deck.
Oh,
I expect that was me, sir. Then, when I turned around, yes, I saw it through the skylight. The gentleman was on the floor and the knife was sticking out of his midriff. That's right, yes. And the fellow holding the handle was the famous man, yes.
So in short, you didn't see the moment when the victim was actually stabbed at all?
I really thought that I did, but when I go over it again in my head, no. I suppose I didn't actually see the press.
Okay, so he's not happy with that. Wait, we pursue this.
Excuse me. Something to say. Do you have something to say about that, Mr. Fairplay?
Now you listen to me. I know what you're thinking. He didn't really see the exact moment the fellow was stabbed. What are the chances of that? Eh?
Are you asking me or telling me? He's getting flustered. I might be able to extract some new information from him if I answer him cleverly. Could he just happened to see the exact moment the crime was committed?
No chance.
Well, it is a little hard to believe, certainly. Unless you spend your time peeping through a skylight on the top of an omnibus, that is.
Peeping? I'm a respectable city banker, I'll have you know. And I know what I saw. I remember as clear as a Ballarat day. It was a grim scene, I don't mind telling you.
Thank you, Mr. Fair. Should I have answered something different there?
Oh, excuse me, I was getting a little hot under the collar there, my lord. I would ask you to supplement your testimony with a clear statement about what exactly you saw. Oh, I can do that all right. I'll tell you just how grim it was. Do you think I forget the sight of those blood-soaked hands after that butcher stabbed the man? Okay.
Blood-soaked?
Perhaps soaked is laying it on a little thick, but anyway, there was definitely blood all over them.
Both of them were covered in it?
Well, that's not true. We only got one glove covered.
And you saw that from the roof? Through the skylight?
Well, the skylight's reasonably large, so I had a pretty good view. And there was a lamp on the inside of the carriage as well, so yeah, I'm quite sure of what I saw. Eh?
This banker's latest statement. I feel sure there's something not quite right about it. When you feel something doesn't add up, Mr. Naruhodo, that's when you should have a good look through the court record.
Okay.
Not long ago, this trial very nearly came to an end. Somehow we've managed to keep our chances alive here. Can't waste this cross-examination. I have to use it to be... Okay, yeah, okay. But can I just present stuff at any time? I can't... Like, I have to... Because I feel like I had some... I should have presented the gloves or something to when he said both hands, right? But I thought it says present at the bottom there, does it not? Okay, I don't want to miss even a flicker of reaction. Okay, fine. Remember, if you happen to spot the witness reacting in a strange way, okay. Right. You present him into a specific statement, yeah. See, yeah, here it says present. I only carried 4 passengers, and I swear it. Can I go back to that sentence? Oh, yeah. I have to press it. Well, I, for one, had told... it's all very confusing. He fiddles on the there, and then I saw... What if I just presented... That if I just present this thing here, would that do anything? Objection. The ledger. Oh, is it? I feel like this is going to go wrong, isn't it? You can present on the statement, not during the testimony. Ah, okay. Oh no, this was bad. Did I lose a life here? I'm sorry, counsel, but I failed to see the... So this wasn't correct.
For heaven's sake, would you kindly desist from that wide-eyed, panic-stricken look?
Okay, so now we lost that thing. Okay, well, our phone was told I had to pay 5 pence for the bus. He fiddled us on the fare, he did. So it's all too much. I tell you, everything I said before stands. You stabbed him? Yes, you did. I think so. And then, do you think I'd forget a sight of those blood-soaked hands? Okay, so on this, I think, yeah, here we go. I can present the gloves now. Because only one of them... music stopped. Tyser, you're just on cue. Blood-soaked hands?
Well, I admit that soak might have been laying it on a little thick, but anyway, there was definitely blood all over them. Both of them were covered in it.
Hey. We found a little flaw, didn't we?
Oh, sorry, that wasn't really a Ryunosuke, was it? Well, I'm very sorry to disagree, Mr. Fairplay, but that's more than a little peculiar. Oh my God! Did you see that grin on his face? I kind of want to go back to that, but didn't he just have like this? Isn't that what it looked like? He went like, I gotcha. Anyway, fair play.
What?
Here are the gloves worn by the defendant, Mr. McGilder, on the night in question. I think he did have a grin on there, didn't he? I feel like he did.
Oh, yes, right.
And there certainly does appear to be a sizable dark-colored stain here. But, as I'm sure you can clearly see, it's only on the right-hand glove.
Ooh, look at him sweating and gnawing on his... What is that, cane?
Arr! Arr!
I'm glad I made you cackle, Caro. My mustache twirling. It's growing on me, isn't it? And it's literally growing. I don't know when is the time. I'm like, all right, it's getting too long. It's like twirling away from my hair, from my face.
In short, Mr. Fairplay, your testimony...
How do I need to make it such that I can actually point far enough.
Your testimony is inconsistent.
Yeah! But no, that can't be right.
So yeah, what was she? She was like slightly Scottish. So you're a liar then, are you? That's right. You were quite clear about it. You said it was both hands. Mr. Fairplay, if your last statement was a lie, it calls your entire testimony into question. You say you saw the moment the victim was stabbed,
But is that really the truth?
Objection! It was a simple mistake. You can't justify accusing this man of lying. Yes, it wasn't both hands. It was only one, but the fact remains. The victim's blood was on the accused.
Ooh, we've got an ad incoming. Ad, exciting ads, isn't it? I love ads. Ads are great.
The victim's blood was on the accused.
Oh, we've got a new. Who is this? I wanna. Who is it? Oh,
Mana. How did I pronounce it again? I had it earlier. It was on my screen for so short. I couldn't read it. Mana. Where is it? Manectric. Is that right? Manacritic? Manectric? You love this Barok point. See if I can point the same way. How do I point the same way? What if I did like this, and then I pointed? Can I? Hey, you there? You? No, I don't look quite this. I don't look elegant like him, do I? I need a wider camera view and everything. It's not quite the same, is it? It's the wrist. It's the wrist. Anyway, the victim's blood was on the accused. I thought at some point also I don't have my guitar here now. Next time I will practice a song and I'll play a song during the ad break. Ads. You know what? I might 5 ads, so many of them. Hold on. I'm going to take this moment to I should have gone to I'm going to show you all something fun. A little be right back thing. Ta-da! Ta-da! And I'm back. What's next? What did we think of my be right back screen? That's very professional, isn't it? Super professional. I wonder if did it make sounds or was it a completely silent be right back screen? Maybe it did. Oh, I like it. I very professional, right? I looked at like some of the overlays and stuff that people typically use, and I was kind of like, I don't know, it just doesn't fit quite. Like all these like flashy neons and everything. It's all like it doesn't suit me, I think, you know. The very dramatic go pee. Very good. Maybe I'll keep playing around with those things. But what? Kudos to your friend Hikari for providing translations. What did your friend translate? Oh, was it like a fan translation or something like that? Anyway, I missed things. Oh yeah, You did streams before without localization. I remember you said there was like lots of fan localizations and shit, right? Crazy. That's amazing. Taisa, like the OG of the translations. That's amazing. Anyway, continuing our case. Barok van Zieks, the victim's blood was on the accused. No, Mr. Fairplay categorically stated that he saw blood all over both hands. Taisa, OG. See, that's why I brought Taisa in as well here, because like we need you here as well, Taisa. I remember also, like, was it I met, I don't know if I ever said this, but how I met Taisa was Taisa did a reaction to the trailer, I think, when you first watched it or something, right? and I commented on the video, and Taisa said at the time, what did you say? You looked at my headshot and said like, oh look, he's such a dorky boy. Look at this dorky boy. So that's me, dorky boy Mark. It was very fun. I enjoyed it. It was quite exciting when all that happened. But anyway, back then I didn't know anything about streaming, and now I'm a total pro, right? Dorky streamer boy.
And me, a dork, I don't even know what that is.
Thank you. I appreciate all of you too. Very much. Anyway, what does Ryunosuke have to say?
No, Mr. Fairplay categorically stated that he saw blood all over both hands, which means there's a strong possibility that this witness was deliberately trying to mislead the court.
Why? I'm a city banker, for pity's sake. My word should be the gold standard. I'm a gentleman, not some gutter snipe. Upstanding members of society don't prevaricate.
Well, that's a big word again, isn't it? Prevaricate.
He's claiming to have no reason to lie. But is that really the case? Mr. Naruhodo, if we had some evidence to explain why Mr. Fairplay might be lying,
yeah, we do. It could turn the tide in this trial completely.
Something to show this man has a compelling reason to lie in his testimony.
I have evidence, yes we do, because we are good attorneys. We've looked at the evidence, we looked at everything, my lord.
Yes, counsel?
The defense is ready to present evidence.
Yes, we are. By Jove, are you sure? I'm Santa Claus.
Yes. Evidence that will clearly demonstrate why Mr. Fairplay had reason to lie in his testimony.
Very well. I hereby call on the defense to present its evidence. The evidence that demonstrates a motive for the witness's alleged deception of the court. It's the debtor's ledger. Present.
This is a list of the debtors who owe money to Mr. McGilded.
Yes, a list of innocent victims crippled by the accused's extortion.
The point is, among the names of these debtors is your name, Mr. Bruce Fairplay.
What? Mr. Fairplay? Are you currently indebted financially to the accused? Oh, no. Well, yeah, it's barely worthy being called a debt.
According to this ledger, you owe 20 guineas. Not an inconsiderable sum of money, wouldn't you say?
Well, what of it?
Let's suppose Mr. McGilded were to be found guilty of murder. What would become of your debt in that case?
These documents state that the loan agreement is forged between the two individual parties. Therefore, were the creditor, the defendant here, to be sentenced to a capital punishment, all outstanding debts which were owed to him would be annulled. They would cease to exist.
Cease to exist? Mr. Fairplay,
Is it not the case that you claimed in your testimony to have seen something you never in fact saw in a devious attempt to annul your debt of 20 guineas to the defendant?
Order! 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 Mr. Bruce Fairplay? Yes, my lad. Let me ask you again. And be aware that your answer may have most serious implications upon your future, sir. Did you, or did you not, see the precise moment at which the defendant is alleged to have thrust a knife into the victim?
Your silence speaks volumes. You did not tell the truth in your testimony.
All right. Now let's not make a melodrama out of this. Perhaps I did overstate the truth a pinch.
A pinch?
But it makes no difference. I definitely remember seeing blood on McGilder's hands, both of them.
And yet, only one of the defendant's gloves, which we have here as evidence, is stained.
So you keep saying.
I wonder if I might be allowed to speak, sir.
Go ahead, Mr. First.
Well, the thing is, I think I remember seeing it myself as it happens.
Seeing what?
The blood, sir, on the assailant's hands. I think, yes, I'm almost sure that it was on both of his hands, not just one.
What?
Uh-oh. Well, that's a little bit of a problem, isn't it?
It would appear that we're going to need further testimony from all your witnesses. This time, I would like to know precisely what you did and what you did not see. Do I make myself perfectly clear?
He should just stop chewing on his stick.
Mr. Naruhodo.
This is good news. The course of the trial seems to have shifted slightly at last.
Yes. I might finally have a chance to turn things around here.
Curious. Curious indeed.
What the witnesses really saw.
There was blood on both hands of the assailant. I sincerely and distinctly remember that. However, I suppose you might say that I didn't see the exact moment the stabbing transpired, if that matters.
I remember seeing the knife, and I remember seeing both of the attacker's hands with blood on them. I didn't actually see anything myself. No, not until I heard the scream.
Anyway, the fact remains there can't have been anyone inside the carriage, or we all would have seen. Okay. Well, lo and behold, in truth of fact, not one of you was witness to the crucial moment the crime was perpetrated. I apologise, my lord, but honestly, there was no one else inside that carriage, and the man's hands were covered in blood. That much incriminating evidence is tantamount to saying we saw the man do it.
That's really not what testimony is about now, is it? Yeah.
Let us examine the interior of the omnibus once more. The victim's fresh blood is clearly visible on the seat, corroborating the witness's accounts. In other words, there is no substantial nor significant change in the facts of the case.
I think when I speak as Barok, I'm just trying to sound as handsome as possible. Because that would be the fitting voice to it. But I don't know if it works.
Does my voice sound handsome like this? Well,
Very well. Your cross-examination, please, counsel. Yes, my lord.
Very smooth. Thank you very much, Colin. Handsome voice.
Wait, what just happened? Okay, we can cross-examine. Okay, good. There was blood on both hands of the assailant. I sincerely and distinct... Okay. Well, we can't present the gloves again.
I already sound handsome. Thank you, Aim. Listen to us. Very nice of you. Appreciate it.
Anyway,
No, the evidence tells us otherwise.
we have the gloves the defendant was wearing on the night in question in the court record.
I'm well aware of that, sir, but nevertheless, I know what I saw and I stand by it. The man had blood on both his hands.
He's defiant, even in the face of hard evidence. He's steadfastly refusing to admit that he might be mistaken about what he saw, but why?
Your reasoning is dire. One hand or two, the salient point remains unchanged. Minutes after the grim crime, the victim's blood dripped guiltily from the accused's fingers.
I never get caught up in how handsome anyone is. I don't know what you're talking about.
Not even when I look in the mirror in the morning. What? No, that didn't happen.
However, I suppose you might say that I didn't see the exact moment the stabbing transpired, if that matters.
Okay, we'll press on that, and we'll just keep pressing. Don't try to downplay this. Whether or not you saw the exact moment of the crime is a matter of fundamental importance, as well you know.
But for crying out loud, we all know that no one else could possibly have done it. I was just trying to save us all some time.
Wow, that is some incredible witness, isn't it?
You have a loan of 20 guineas outstanding with the defendant, do you not? Had you hoped to release yourself from that financial burden by ensuring the defendant was found guilty?
Well, that's not entirely not what I was hoping for. I just lost a little guinea or 10 when I backed the wrong horse in the derby, that's all. What's going to win it all back? And there's a fixture this weekend. That's a sure thing.
A little guinea or 10? Jeez.
I'm a banker. No one bats an eye if I borrow a little spending money for the weekend. Odd. I think you may have revealed rather more about your character than you bargained for, sir. This witness's scruples are not on trial here. Proceed to the next witness.
Is that really how it's supposed to work? I kind of agree with our dude here. That's not really how it's supposed to work, is it? I remember seeing the knife, and I remember seeing both of the attacker's hands with blood on.
Oh, wait, I meant to press that. Press. Am I really not supposed to press on anything? I thought I pressed on everything, don't I?
You definitely saw that too. Blood on both hands. Yes, sir. I mean, I know what you're going to say. Only one of Mr. McGilded's gloves has any sign of blood on it.
That's right.
Afterglow and Ferris, you also press on everything. Yes, okay. If we all agree, Capitan Chiasi also. Wait, was Capitan Chiasi also Italian, wasn't it? I think. Oh gosh, did I offend you with my terrible accent now? I try my best. And I if I make them terrible on all of them, then it's okay, right? Because it's fair. Oh, it was French. Oh, French. Okay, sorry. Maybe I'll do a terrible French accent at some point. But actually, I speak a tiny bit of French.
Je parle français un petit peu. Hein? J'ai fait des études en école. How many years? 2 ans? 2 ans, je pense. Ouais. Anyway, first, the thing is, as far as I remember, sir,
When I looked down and saw Mr. McGilded sitting beside the other fellow, I don't believe he was wearing any gloves, sir.
Oh, well, that's an interesting new piece of information.
He wasn't wearing these gloves. That's correct, sir. And I saw the blood on both his bare hands quite clearly. Quite clear. It's true that the dark-colored stain on the dark leather gloves wouldn't have been easy to see.
Thank you, very weird creature. I try. Do you speak French as well, very weird creature?
I should point out that the police officer who apprehended the accused on the night in question.
Wow, we got all these languages in here. How many languages do we have in here now? I remember asking at some point. But if you speak another language, just let me know what language. I'm curious. I should point out that the police officer who apprehended the accused on the night in question reported that there was no trace of blood on Mr. McGilded's gloved hands. Okay. Belgian French, but still French. Ah. So you speak Flemish as well then, maybe. What else do we have? Indonesian. Oh, I don't speak any Indonesian. Hungarian, French, Finnish, English, a bit Swedish, Japanese. So many languages. I love it. Oh yeah, we did have Swedish. I did speak Swedish a little bit at some point, didn't I? We got another first-time chat. How exciting! Salt God 444. You must be an excellent chef if you're the salt god, because without salt, you can't have good food. English and Mandarin. How exciting! Polish, English, a bit of Italian and Japanese. Bangla. Is that from Bangladesh, I'm guessing? Ooh, Taisa, you understand a bit of Vietnamese? I didn't know that. And you pretend to know Japanese. It's probably not that bad. English and some French. Oh, we got a few French. Maybe I should brush up on my French then. It is from Bangladesh. Very good, very good. Niftrix from... Are you from Bangladesh, Niftrix? What else we got? So many languages. A fair bit of Scottish. All right. Scottish as in Scottish Gaelic. Or Gaelic. Do you say Gaelic Scottish? Or is it just Scottish? But yeah, I haven't heard much of that before. Yeah. Probably one of those languages in the UK that doesn't spoken that much anymore. Anyway, back to the game. I get distracted so easily, don't I? There wasn't blood on his hands.
This is puzzling indeed. This must be significant somehow.
Wait, what did it just say? So, it's true that Dr. reported that there was no trace of blood on Mr. McGilded's gloved hands. Okay. Interesting.
I didn't actually see anything myself. No, not until I heard that scream.
Okay, we're present. You didn't see anything?
Oh, yes, sir. That is to say, no, sir, I didn't. Very sorry about what I said before.
I'm losing the Italian. I don't know where I'm going here.
It was very wrong of me to make up stories, and I saw him stab the man. Mamma mia! Oh, wouldn't you agree, sir?
I know what you're insinuating, but I certainly wasn't making up stories.
Still, technically Scottish Gaelic, but I usually end up saying Scottish. Yeah, fair enough. That's really cool. I haven't heard Scottish spoken very much before. Oh wait, what did you just say? I just clicked and I forgot what he said. Still, to say you saw nothing isn't right either, is it?
No, sir, I saw nothing at all.
Mr. Beppo, you were driving your horses. At the very least, you
must have enjoyed a good view of London streets, no?
Is he being like technical here? Like kind of, oh, you saw something because you're not blind. You gotta head out, Tysa. Okie dokie. What accent struggles? I don't know what you mean. I'm spot on with all my accents all the time. See you later.
Oh, please. You didn't even see that. It was so cold that night. You see, it was cold. All I could do to keep myself from passing out, sir. Yes, my head was fairly frozen solid. So sorry to say, sir.
It would seem prudent to avoid travel on the last omnibus service of London's cold winter nights.
Beppo? Oh, he's mad, isn't he? Anyway, the fact remains, it can't have been anyone inside the carriage, or we all would have seen. And everything you saw of the incident was through the skylight on the roof of the omnibus. That's right.
That's right. It was fiercely cold that night, but the glass wasn't frosted over.
Oh, yes. I remember I was shivering. It was so bitter.
Where's First actually from? I've just made him German because I don't know why. It just felt fun.
Which rather begs the question of why the pair of you were sitting on the roof deck in the first place. Well, I don't know about this young fella, but I couldn't enter the cabin.
Oh, why not? In Australian, Australia, I don't think I can do Australian. I would have to work on that if he was Australian.
It was locked from the inside. I tried knocking, but no one opened the door.
It was locked.
That's right. And it's a public bus service, for pity's sake. That's not what I call fair play.
Clever.
Yes, I had exactly the same experience. I tried knocking, but the gent inside just gestured at me to clear off.
So which of the two was it then? So I had no choice but to climb up the roof deck and look down longingly into the warm cabin below.
Well, I can assure you I wasn't just looking down. I was glaring, long and hard. And that's precisely why I can tell you with absolute confidence that if there was anyone else at all in that cabin, I would have noticed. Unequivocal, I would say.
I'm not sure about these two witnesses. Could they really have seen everything inside the cabin through the skylight?
They might not have been able to. I think they might not have. Forst is it? Forst? I don't know if Forst is a German name. Forst. First.
Fast. Allow me to confirm one thing, Mr. Fairplay.
Okay, we're getting somewhere.
You are riding this omnibus.
Oh, you're asking Google, Colin. Fair enough. And witnessed the events in the cabin through the skylight in the floor of the upper deck. Is that right?
That's right, yes.
Oh, we have to focus on this now so I can actually solve the case. In that case, there is a portion of the cabin interior that would have been out of sight from you.
What?
By golly, he can't really be German, can he?
By golly, really?
Obviously, at this stage, we can't say for sure.
But the possibility cannot be denied that at the time of the incident, there could have been another passenger in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus.
Enough of hypothetical meandering, my Nipponese friend. The prosecution demands that you substantiate your claims. After all, the scene of the crime here, in the flesh. Very well. I will uphold the prosecution's demand. You will identify the area on this cross-sectional panel of the omnibus. Where exactly in the omnibus are you suggesting that this potential extra passenger could have been situated?
Well, I guess here, right? Because they wouldn't have been seen
able to see that.
Take that! Both rows of seats on the roof face in the direction of travel, whereas the seats in the enclosed cabin face each other, which means... Ta-da! Oh, kitchen! How's it going? Good to have ya. I think this emoji has been approved, hasn't it? Isn't there? Have you all seen that yet? There's a cordial emoji, isn't it? That kitchen made. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Cordial emoji. I love it. I love it. Anyway, the visible part of the cabin, which passengers on the roof deck can see through the skylight, it's like the cordial X-ray, exactly, is as I've drawn here. Beautiful. A beautiful emote. Did I say emoji? It's emote, isn't it? Ah. That's right, my lord. As you can see, the seat opposite the one on which the victim and his attacker were sitting is obscured from view. Yeah, does it still work? Can you see through me? Oh yeah, you can see right through me, see? It's fascinating, isn't it? I still don't get it because this is orange, really. It's not, I don't know. My glass of static. In other words, if someone had been sitting on that seat, it's magic. It's just a magical drink. It must have to do something with how the spectrum of light or something like that. I don't know. Like physics. Physics. It's just physics, innit? It's quite possible that these witnesses would have been completely unaware of it. Innit, bro? I didn't know that there was like a yellow screen. Maybe you can just have a yellow backdrop and it'll also work or something. I don't know. Yeah, the glass must reflect. There we go, Mykonox. You seem to know physics more than me. I always failed physics. I didn't know. No, I didn't fail, but I didn't know what it was. I don't know what physics is. It's quite possible. Some phantom was sitting there. You Nipponese have a forbidding... Well, I don't like the way he always says Nipponese. I know some people like Barok because he's very handsome, and I hope he turns into a nice guy later. But I don't like the way he speaks to me at the moment. It's just not great. It doesn't give me vibes, you know. You Nipponese have a forbidding habit of obscuring the truth with ambiguity. Thank you. I'm happy you all agree with me that right now he's not being very nice to me. So, Mia has definitely not green snacks. They're also invisible. Oh, interesting. Very interesting indeed. I concur with the prosecution's rejoinder. In a British court of law, evidence is paramount, says Santa. I cannot entertain this conjecture, counsel. That is, unless you are able to put a name to this mysterious passenger to whom you allude. Can you, Mr. Naruhodo? I don't think I can. We've not found it. I honestly don't know. Who could it have been? Who could have been in the other seed, which was out of sight? Do I have an inkling? Who is there? Is it possible? Maybe this guy, male strong hat. Do I have an inkling who it could be? I don't think do I just guess? Because I genuinely have no idea at this point. If I say I have no idea, am I going to lose now? Let me just save and yeah, I agree. I'm going to save. Let me just save just to be sure. Do I have an inkling? I don't think I have an inkling, do I? I have no idea.
I literally have no idea. But as a proud citizen of the Japanese Empire, you will look to the sky and walk on, making sure all signs of tears are gone. Go on! She's so positive. This isn't just a case of going on, Mr. Sato. All right then. I'll go on. The defense would like to... Oh, so I am putting forward a name.
You are a fool. That response was a desperate attempt by a man who has no notion of his own limitations. A toast to hard lessons not yet learned. Let us not delay, counsel. The defense is still to name the passenger in the other seat.
This could be it. This could be the chance I've been waiting for to turn the trial in my favor. On that night, on the night of the murder, the person occupying the seat in Omnibus cabin that was obscured from view was... I'm gonna just say... Who could it be? Who are we? Was it Beppo? I don't think it was any of these. Lady for... Oh, I get it now. A milliner? There isn't anyone else here. But the only one... Was it Barok? No, Barok. I mean, the only person in here was there. The victim. It was obviously Susato. Lady first. I have an inkling that it's just Magnus.
Take that!
The passenger in the enclosed cabin that the witnesses on the roof deck failed to see has to have been Mr. Magnus McGilded. Mr. McGilded? What are you talking about, counsel? That's the name of the defendant.
Objection!
Objection! So is this actually what it sounds like? If I desecrate this chamber by smashing my hallowed chalice, do forgive my discourtesy. Lord Van Zeeks. People talk of those tiny island nations in the Far East as having a learning and culture of their own.
He keeps breaking cups, man. Maybe he's got he gets a multi-buy discount or something like that.
But I see they...
Wait, handsome voice.
But I see they use the terms ill-advisedly.
What are you trying to say?
Let me explain in terms that even a student of an artless backwater such as yourself might understand.
Oh, Barrack's footstool. I think the UK is smaller than Japan now. But back then, I think the UK was rather big, wasn't it? But things have changed since then. Tiny little island nation now. Momentarily back because your friend's power got knocked out. Hey, having you back, Tysa. Whoop, whoop.
When the bloody scene unfolded,
The victim and his assailant were sitting side by side.
multiple witnesses have attested to the fact.
It's the very premise on which this case is built.
Objection!
But that premise may be wrong.
What?
Woo, your crew's joining! Whoop, whoop! Welcome, everyone. Welcome, crew. Tice's crew. If the victim really was sitting beside Mr. McGilded, it creates an inconsistency that can't be reconciled in any way.
What inconsistency, counsel?
The defendant's gloves, my lord. Both witnesses made the same testimony. They claim that there was blood on both hands of the person sitting next to the victim.
Objection!
Yet we know the truth to be otherwise. Ooh, got a new follower. What is... Damn it,
Kirby Vault. Kirby Vault. Somehow the on my screen, the writing is like always very difficult to see. Maybe I need to change that or something. What's up, Kirby Vault? How's it going? Thanks for following. Anyway, Van Zeeks. Yet we know the truth to be otherwise. Only one glove bears the gory remains. I've got an objection to that, yeah. The point is, even in the face of this irrefutable evidence, both witnesses have maintained their stance. Recruiting, Taisa! Woohoo! Recruit the Marksketeers! There's gonna be hundreds and thousands of us. We shall take over the world. Oh, thank you very much, Kirby Vault. The name rings a bell. Did we interact before? I'm trying to think. Were you also with Taisa back when we chatted? Like years ago? I think that was you, wasn't it? Unless I'm remembering it wrong. Either way, the name rings a bell. I feel like we've interacted before. You were not in the interview, but I feel like we've interacted in some way before years ago. Anyway, Judge, yes, their testimony remains unchanged. Exactly. They both adamantly swear that they clearly remember seeing blood on both hands of the assailant. In short, their memory of events is correct, and their testimony reveals the truth. It was somebody else sitting beside the victim that night, a third party we have yet to identify. And the victim's blood was on that passenger's hands, both of them. What are you objecting for again? Come on, chill out, yo. I'm cooking here. Let me cook. And who was this third party? He's never letting me cook, Van Zeeks, is he? Obviously, the true culprit.
Extraordinary.
Let him cook.
Order! What exactly are you postulating?
Do you think they wrote order in that way because of, like, our guy, what was his name again? The Speaker of the House here that used to, I forgot his name. But he said it exactly in that way, isn't it? Order!
Objection!
No, not Jacob Rees-Mogg. He was never Speaker of the House. He wasn't important enough. Anyway, the defense's postulation is just that, nothing more than conjecture. The witnesses have clearly stated that they saw the accused. Objection. But when elaborating on his testimony, Mr. Fairplay said the two of them were wearing hats, and I couldn't exactly make out their faces. Ooh, Ryunosuke's on it.
Yes. The tops of their heads were obscured by the roof. I could see the rest of them, though.
The rest of them isn't a face, is it? Yes, that's right. Both gents were most certainly hatted. Burko, that's the guy I'm talking about. That's the guy I'm talking about. Hatters do tend to notice such things, sir.
And what particular styles of hat did the two gentlemen sport, Mr. First?
Well, you could see their hats if they're, like, if you see them from above, and just found this on the floor, and they're like this, right? And they're like this, then you could see them from above, and you see their hats, but you don't see their faces. So, schooled you, didn't I, Taisa? Boo! Oh, this looks really embarrassing. Nobody clip that. First, you're schooled by bad 90s wannabe cool person. I'm afraid I don't remember. And you call yourself a hatter? No evidence. Nothing on the online is forever, right? The style of hat makes no difference, as there was no third passenger in that cabin. How can you be sure, Barok? Because if there had been, the accused, Mr. McGilded, would undoubtedly have offered to depose the fact.
Unless, that is, you are proposing an even more preposterous explanation. That the accused failed even to notice the presence of the true culprit in the very cabin in which he traveled. He's right. If there was another person traveling in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus, it's inconceivable that Mr. McGilded would have been unaware of it. Oda! There is clearly a simple solution to this problem. Bring the accused, Mr. McGilded, to the stand. Well, what do you say, counsel? The prosecution objects, my lord. On what grounds? As a suspect, he will have already made a full statement to the police.
But what if there's some reason why he's unable to speak freely?
Magnus McGilded is no uneducated ruffian. If it indeed turns out the man has been withholding information, you can be sure that it will have been a most deliberate act. Counsel for the defense, what is your opinion? My lord.
Oh, that was Barok saying as Ryunosuke. Should we ask Mr. McGill to testify? Of course we demand his testimony. Come on. Get the fella in. Yes, we do need to hear what he has to say in order to find out the truth. Because that's what we're here for. We're here for the truth. Luis Power has returned. Exciting. All right, Tysa, see you later. Have fun. And Kirby Vault, have fun. The defense would like to call Mr. McGilded to the stand. He's raising his hand like a good boy, like in class. He has something to say. In that case, I would like to hear the opinion of the jury. Yes, I need a little time to consider this.
If you ask me, I think we should hear what Mr. McGilded has to say.
Get the man out here, I say.
It would be utterly illogical not to hear his testimony.
When something needs doing, get it done. That's how I run things in the guild.
Hearing what a patron of my favorite little park has to say. Oh, yes, that would be lovely.
Ooh. XTR Sunburn is now following. Thanks for the follow.
Yes. The jury says the man must be heard. Very well. The court will hear the defendant's testimony. Bailiff, show the defendant to the stand at once. What's happening?
Now, maybe what actually happened that night will definitely become clear. Clear as mud, innit?
Let proceedings be resumed. Mr. McGilded, have you been listening to the discourse of the day?
To be sure I have, my lord.
There are now two matters on which the court desires to hear from you. The first is whether or not there was a third party with you in the omnibus cabin as proposed by the defense. The second is that if such a person was indeed present, why did you conceal that fact from the police?
Begad, no, 'tis not in my nature to hide anything at all.
Just answer the questions, please.
The truth of the matter is, I've been desperate about this all along. Do I tell you all or keep my mouth shut?
Tell us what, Mr. McGilded?
The fine fella representing me is absolutely right. In the carriage on the night with myself and the other man, there was another passenger.
It's true.
Aye, and 'twas me who helped the little urchin get away after it all happened. You... What? What? Okay. No. Magnus McGilded. That convenient excuse can't save you now. I'm truly sorry. So I am, Lord Van Zeeks. I'm sure you'll be wanting to know why I said nothing when I was taken in by the police. I do be having a very good reason, I assure you. Which was? Well, it looks like I think we're gonna have an ad break in a second. Sorry about that. What do I do? Do I put another thing? The ads are so bloody long. Maybe I'll do them shorter. But I've been drinking so much. I shall just do it. I should need to come up with a second screen now because now we just have that one. I'm gonna put that one again. There and Back Again by Bilbo Baggins. See, that's how quickly time just passes, right? When you just have a wee. And we're almost back. It's the same. No ads. Currently, see, you're all making friends, seeing where you're all from and everything. It's all good, isn't it? You got a dessert, Afterglow and Ferris. Exciting. I'd love to know what kind of dessert it is. I actually have been getting at the Lidl here in the UK. They sell the German Lebkuchen. So if you're in the UK, you can get them, and they're delicious. I really like them. Oh gosh, I'm out of breath. I'm running up and down the stairs. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, yeah, Lidl in the UK sells German Lebkuchen that are delicious. So it's very much worth it. You can get them. I know I don't have to run. I just like doing it. I like running. Running is good because sometimes I can't run when I'm injured, and when I can run, I do it. That's a little life lesson with Mark. When you can run, why walk if you can run? No, it's fine. I like to put, but also like I think I want to come up with fun things to do during ad breaks. So everybody gets something. Everybody gets something in it. Running is awful. Sometimes running is fun. It depends. My brother actually runs a lot. He runs ultra marathons, but he's a little crazy. I don't know. People have different things that they like to do, I guess. Anyway, McGilded. Well, the little child was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and not in any way involved, you see? What? If the police had known the wee one was there, they'd have assumed she'd done it. They'd have hauled her into this here courtroom, just like myself. I was only trying to spare her that. Young hearts and young minds are easily damaged, my lord. Yeah, Barok just doesn't know what to say. He just stares with his steely gaze. And
Who was this young child of whom you speak?
That, I don't know.
You don't know?
Aye, well, the way things just happened to be in the carriage that night, I never saw her before or since.
Objection!
Ooh. We have absolutely no reason to believe this man. The prosecution calls for the witnesses' statements to be disregarded by the court.
Yeah, he's tired, and he's not even throwing his wine glass away.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the urchin is here in this courtroom as we speak, listening to the proceedings.
What?
Bang!
Bang, bang. She shut me down. Look, someone's trying to get away. Oh, no. He shut me down. I can't see. It's all this smoke. What's going on? Bang, bang. In the courtroom. Be careful, Mr. Naruhodo. Cover your face.
Bailiff, don't let the accused escape. Secure the omnibus. I hereby call an emergency recess. Bailiff, ensure the defendant is in custody and clear the courtroom.
Oh my god. What's happening? We were hurriedly removed from the smoke-filled courtroom by the bailiff. Amid scenes of chaos as people stumbled over one another in their desperation to flee the chamber. We had no idea what was happening. All we knew was that, for the time being at least, the trial was suspended. Oh. To be continued. See, that would be the perfect timing for an outbreak, wouldn't it? If only the AI was there, but it's not quite there yet, is it? All right, let's save our progress. And continue. Oh, we still got exciting music, don't we? 18th February, 12:52 p.m. The Old Bailey, defendant's antechamber. What on earth just happened in there? Mr. Naruhodo, I've managed to find out what happened. Mr. Sato, I was told it was an advanced form of smoke grenade, a type of exploding device that releases smoke. A smoke grenade? It sounds like the sort of thing ninjas use. They're just making sure everything is safe now. I think the trial will start again before long. But who would have done something like that? The police managed to catch someone who was trying to flee the courtroom, apparently. Flee the courtroom? Why? Well, it's a young girl of around 15, I hear. A young girl? Then could it be the other passenger that Mr. McGilder was just talking about? My thoughts exactly. So he wasn't lying. Oh. What's become of Mr. McGilder, actually? There are so many things I need to ask him about, but he's not here. I think he was summoned to the prosecutor's antechamber to answer questions, along with the young girl. Who is she, I wonder, and what was she even doing here at the trial? She was taking a huge risk, and for what possible benefit to herself? There's another matter that's troubling me. What's that? The 20 pence. Oh, according to the coachman, Mr. Beppo. Oh, she's looking into her iPhone book. iPhone book that knows everything. He took 4 passengers that night at a fare of 5 pence each. That comes to a total of 20 pence exactly. But now it seems there were in fact 5 passengers, which means the figures don't seem to add up again. She's right, that is strange.
Counsel for the defense kindly proceed into the courtroom. The trial will recommence in 5 minutes.
Oh, thank you, officer. We'll go in straight away. Well, whoever she is, I imagine this young girl will be asked to take the stand and testify now. I really can't imagine what she's going to say, but it could alter the whole direction of the trial. We'll know soon enough, Mr. Sato. Yes! She's so excited, isn't she? A silly green hedgehog is incoming. I don't get it. Was Sonic is joining the game? Sonic the Hedgehog?
Sonic the Hedgehog. Is that her? She's Sonic the Hedgehog?
There's the young girl next to Mr. McGilded. Look. She must have been the one who caused the disturbance before.
Well, after that rather eventful recess, the court will now resume the trial of Mr. Magnus McGilded. Now then, Mr. Zeeks, my lord, I believe you have established the cause of the smoke, which veiled proceedings earlier.
It seems to have been an advanced form of smoke grenade, of the sort typically employed by the army.
Good gracious, the army! What in the devil's name?
It was an elaborate attempt by a young girl to cloak her escape from the public gallery, but she was caught. And now occupies the stand. Your name, girl?
Oh, she doesn't want to speak. Are you responsible for the smoke grenade which induced such pandemonium here in the courtroom? Or in my courtroom? What is the meaning of this deplorable behavior? Ooh, she doesn't want to say anything.
If I may, my lord.
Yes, Mr. McGilded.
I think perhaps I ought to explain here why it is that this wee lass here was here in the first place and why she tried to bolt like that. It's all tied up with the events of that night, so it is.
Very well, Mr. McGilded. Give your testimony. You will explain to the court exactly how this young woman is involved in the case.
Just what did happen that night?
The cap? You want my cap for Gina? Gina cap?
It's not like a defense lawyer needs that information or anything. My Cockney accent, is that what she needs to be? She needs to be Cockney. I thought Mr. Fairplay was kind of like a little bit of Cockney in there as well. But I can turn it up even more. But let's see how good it turns out. On the night in question, I took the back seat in the omnibus and promptly nodded off. Then,
Begorra?
a loud thud and a wee scream woke me up with a fair start.
She's rhyming, Slam Cockney. Oh, damn. Yo, what is it? Apples and pears? Your pots and pans.
There was a fella collapsed on the floor at my feet, so I set him up on the seat across me. Then I turned to find out where that scream had come from, and bless my soul, what did I find? There was a child in there, all curled up in a ball and hiding her wee self away.
I remain somewhat baffled, I confess. But, I just clicked without reading it. What did he say? But from what I gather, the night in question, this young girl was indeed riding in the omnibus. Is that correct?
It is exactly as the defense counsel said. This lass was the fifth passenger, my lord.
Very well. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. Are you ready, counsel?
Yes, my lord. Or rather, no. I have no idea where to start.
Does he want to help? Is that what's going on? No, he doesn't want to help. All right, the young girl.
On the night in question, I took the back seat in the omnibus and promptly nodded off.
You nodded off? Through a murder? And when you first got onto the omnibus, were there any other passengers already on board?
There were not. The cabin was empty, and there was no one on the roof deck either.
You were the first passenger, as it were, I see.
Aye, and that's why I took the back seat as I did. 'Tis the most comfortable, so it is. could you explain exactly what you mean by the back seat? By all means, just how you already described it earlier. I'm talking about the seat opposite the one in which the poor gentleman who was stabbed was sitting. Like I said, just the most comfortable and where I feel most at ease. And of course, I enjoy gazing through the skylight from time to time as well.
And Barok is just quiet, is he?
Then,
Begorra? I don't even know that. Is that like a particularly Irish exclamation or something? Begorra?
Begorra, a loud thud and a wee scream woke me up with a fair start.
Oh wait, I forgot to press. We're supposed to press. Loud thud and wee scream. Press. It's an Irish exclamation. I didn't know it.
A loud thud, you say, and a scream. Aye, that's right. How can I explain it? It was like the sound of someone falling to the ground. That sort of noise.
So you think it was the sound of Mr. Mason falling to the floor having been stabbed?
Well, now you'll remember I was asleep at the time, so I wouldn't like to say. And when the sound woke me and I opened my eyes, there wasn't a soul to be seen in the carriage but the fellow on the floor.
You didn't see anyone, but at the same moment, you did hear a scream.
From the seats above you on the roof deck, I presume?
Not above me, my lord. 'Twas from inside the cabin. But I wasn't altogether thinking about the scream. No, I was too stunned by the desperate sight before my eyes. There was a fellow collapsed on the floor at my feet, so I set him up on the seat across me.
Hold it!
You sat him up? The victim, you mean? That I did. On the seat across from me, as I said. I could plainly see the poor devil was already gone. And you wouldn't leave a dead man just lying on the floor now, would you?
It's just all this anticipation about hearing Gina Lestrade now speak, isn't it? Just common courtesy, so it is. When's she going to speak?
I find that a little hard to believe.
Lord Van Zeeks. Now, why would that be?
You wake to find a man lying dead at your feet in a carriage. Any normal person would hail the cabman.
Ara. Is an alternative for by God. Begorra. Haven't heard of it before.
Any upstanding member of London society, that is.
Well, now, as you know, I'm in something of a special line of business.
The business of lending money at exorbitant rates of...
Oh, wow. Even the judge is not a big fan of Mr. McGilded here, is he? I mean, he feels a little bit biased, doesn't he?
Unfortunately, my lord, not everyone is thankful for the help I offer them, and some would even see me dead. So I do try, where at all possible, to avoid getting myself in a tangle with trouble.
Are you suggesting you were just going to leave the man there?
Heavens alive, no. I was always intending to report it, so I was. Only, I had a mind to find out the whys and wherefores first.
The whys and wherefores?
Right you are. There was some details I wanted to understand before anyone else got to meddling. That wee scream I heard, for example. Wouldn't your good self do just the same?
Yes, the scream, he says, he heard at the same time as the thud of the victim collapsing.
Then I turned to find out where that scream had come from, and bless me soul, what did I find?
I'm afraid I don't understand. I'm sure you told the court that there was no one else in the carriage except yourself and the victim.
So I did, sir, so I did, as far as I could see, that is.
What do you mean by that?
Well, now, 'tis a queer thing, the wee scream I heard as I woke up. It came from, if you'll excuse the vulgar expression, under me backside.
Phew, naughty.
Good gracious.
Under your backside.
And when I lifted the seat on which I'd been sitting, I found there was a wee cubbyhole there for storage. Mr. Naruhodo, we can examine the omnibus ourselves, remember? Yes, of course. The whole bus was submitted as evidence. Well, we've already looked around inside, haven't we? And that's when I found her. I mean, we've already looked there, and there was a no, I don't want to present. But we looked here. Yes, we know that the inside, there was a handle, and somebody could hide there. Let's see what else we find. We looked in here. This seat has a handle, it seems. Hold on. Previously, there was a bunch of stuff in there. What happened to the stuff? This is a storage, but there's nothing in here. It's totally empty. Earlier, it wasn't empty. Something doesn't seem right here, but I can't put my finger on what it is. Like, there was shit in there earlier, wasn't there? Huh. Very curious. And hold on a minute. There was no blood on the floor earlier, was there? This is new. That's blood, isn't it? Is something wrong? It's just, well, this blood stain is so obvious, that's all. Is it under the other seat? No, and yet Van Zieks has made no mention of it. I suppose that does seem a little strange. Why do I have such a bad feeling about this? Well, this is kind of the same as before, isn't it? Does anything else seem off? Obviously, yes. And the seat would be clearly visible from the roof deck. Would you really stab someone in full view of another passenger like that, I wonder? Well, it was after dark. And there was a lamp on in here, so perhaps the culprit couldn't see anything outside through the skylight. Whichever way you look at it, it doesn't seem like it was a planned attack. Anything else that's off? Have you seen it? Okay, let's step outside. Let's look at the thing from outside. Job master sim. But something is suspicious. Something is suspicious. I don't think the blood was on there on the floor before, was it? And there were definitely tools in the compartment. So something is sus. Something is suspicious. There's a lamp in the enclosure. I'm sure the windows have been able to see. That's not good for us. Something is amiss. Something is amiss. All curled up in a ball, hiding her wee self. All right, let's just press on that. You say she was hiding herself. Phoenix Wright Omnibus. Yeah, I saw that last time as well. Aye, that's right. Something is afoot. It was hard to see in the dim lamplight, but she was all caught up in a wee ball. When her eyes met, well, my heart nearly stopped beating in my chest. You're really overreacting to this. Still and all, I pulled her from out from under there and sat her on the seat opposite so I could have a wee chinwag with her. The seat opposite. That's right. Just next to the dead gentleman there. You set this young girl next to a corpse, sir? Well, as I'm sure I mentioned, a gentleman in my position can all too often find himself in mortal danger. So I needed to find out just who this urchin was, you see. And while I was in the middle of talking with her, I heard another scream. A fella's voice this time. Presumably believe that scream was Mr. First, who was sitting on the roof deck seat. Right you are again, I would say, sir.
looking down through the skylight. He must have seen this young girl and the gentleman with the knife in his belly. In other words, the previous witnesses did not, in fact, see you at all, Mr. McGilded. What they believed to be yourself and the victim was, in fact, this girl and the late Mr. Mason.
Aye, my lord. I was, as I think everyone understands now, sat at the back of the carriage, out of sight.
Mysterious.
It is certainly plausible. The defendant is somewhat diminutive in stature. And readily confused, perhaps, with this young girl.
After that, of course, with a scream from the gentleman over us, the driver realized something was wrong and pulled up the horses.
Thank you. I've heard enough. The events, as explained, are clear in my mind.
Ooh, they're not clear to me.
However, at least one conundrum remains. Who is the girl?
Yeah? Who is she indeed? Her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord. She's a chancer, earns her crust among large crowds, relieving people of their purses. Who is she indeed? What's commonly called a pickpocket.
What? This girl here, a petty thief.
What?
A thief in our midst of
Order! Order! Is this true, Miss Lestrade? Miss Lestrade,
Am I saying it right? Is it Lestrade? Lestrade? Gina Lestrade, right? Realized I never said it out loud.
you will answer my question.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
Well, she shot the judge!
I'm sorry, what?
How dare you? What is the meaning of this?
And she's gone.
The girl, she's gone.
Open your eyes. Oh, okay, she's...
I'm over here.
So now
Good gracious. How...
What's the point in that little sidestep?
I know what you lot are thinking. Grown-ups are all the same. His dirty little dipper, you say, slipped up and got caught on the job. She got herself backed into a corner, so she knifed the gent. Go on. That's what's in your head, ain't it? Innit?
This is a court of law. We're deemed... What? I can't even finish speaking before she shoots me. Why is she just shooting me? For no reason. I didn't do nothing to you.
Look, knives are for cowards. Only thugs use weapons like that. All I need for what to do is his fingers. I'm a professional, all right? Maybe not in your eyes, but I got pride in what I do. Yeah, innit?
Let me guess. You don't count smoke guns among weapons for thugs?
Oh, this? Yeah. This was in a bag I lifted the other day, down where they keep the four-wheel drags. It's nice, innit? I like the pink best. Do not wave that thing in my direction again. So, you admit that you were riding the omnibus on the night in question?
Oh, I forgot. Ha. Oh, I have to take it on and off then all the time.
'Tis all right, lass. You can tell them the truth now.
All right, yeah. It's just like the Irishman said.
The court accepts this girl, Miss Gina Lestrade, as valid and a significant witness in this case. Accordingly, young lady, we will now hear your testimony, if you please.
You will tell the court exactly what happened in the omnibus on the night in question. All right, if I have to. What the girl saw. Saw I snuck inside the carriage before they hooked up the horses, just like always. But it was a right old waste of time. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night. I'll tell you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitching there. Then after a while, I hear his loud bang, nearly jumped out my skin I did, and a scream just came out. It's because of that his swell found me. He did help me away. Yeah, he did help me get away, mind. All right, that was the testimony. Done. Thank you very much. Yes, he let you go. I failed to understand why you would let this street urchin go, Mr. McGilded. Oh, 'tis simplicity itself, my lord. Should have like a top hat for this lad, shouldn't I? You see, she couldn't possibly have killed the other passenger. I knew that for a fact. How? As I'm sure said before, sir. I don't know how many hats I can manage to get. Hold on, I can do something else for him. Let me try that. I don't know if this is gonna work. We got props now. I don't know if this will even fit in the screen. Oh, hello. This is him now. I was sitting right on top of the place where she was hiding herself. I think a demonstration is called for. Okay. That's my top hat now. This is where I was sat that night. And I have to keep, and the cubby hole of which you have spoken is underneath this seat, I presume. I still wonder what happened to the tools. Yes. It does appear just large enough to accommodate one of the girl's stature. Aye, but of course, the wheelhouse was stuck in there. Because I'd parked myself on the seat there for the duration. Ugh. This is a terrible hat. I don't like it. So, you see, that's why I let the last bolt. I knew that if the police found her there, they'd automatically assume she'd done it. But I couldn't live with myself if a young life was ruined when all the time I knew she was innocent. You like it? You think this is beautiful? Beautiful top hat, yes. Even though you must have realized your action would result in your own innocence being called into question. You missed something? You missed this? The top hat? Not at all, my lord, not at all. Oh, we've got juror number 1. He also has a top hat. I knew in my own heart that I was innocent. So I thought it was worth taking a punt on my own good name for the sake of this less fortunate. What? My goodness. What a perfect gentleman. Ooh, who just came in? Ooh, Abby. What's up, Abby? How you doing?
My lord. This fine example of a man cannot possibly guilty of a heinous crime like this. Oh, what a night. I'm ashamed of myself for ever doubting you, sir.
Whoa. Are we like all on the innocent side now? I think we only got this lady left.
With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time.
Wow. I think we've turned all their minds around, haven't we?
Saints alive. All 6 members of the jury consensual in their leaning to a verdict of not guilty.
Mr. Naruhodo, It must mean what? That we are victorious.
What? This is it?
We've won?
Are you sure? I feel like Barok can still...
Objection!
I thought so. Oh. Okay. I don't quite know what that was. Why did he put his leg up like that? I feel like that's really inappropriate. Okay, I'm Barok. I forgot.
If the sight of my iron-heeled Wellington offends, pray, do forgive the discourtesy. This really is a consummate example of the one monumental flaw in British judicial practices, where evidence and reasoning should be paramount. Emotion rules the day.
Emotion.
The witness's latest statement gives us a clear insight into his true nature.
What do you mean, his true nature?
Do you really think Scotland Yard would have made such a glaring omission? After the incident, the omnibus was comprehensively searched by officers of the police. Obviously, the interior of this cubbyhole, as the witness put it, was included in their investigation. The compartment under the posterior seat was full of the coachman's belongings.
See, we looked at that earlier, didn't we?
It's noted in black and white here in the police report. Good Lord! The evidence has been tampered with. In order to corroborate Mr. McGilder's story, someone has unlawfully removed everything from under the seat.
What? You should have noticed. He looked at it, and then it was there, and then it was gone, and it...
Order! Order! How could such a devious contrivance possibly have been effected, counsel? Naturally, we must acknowledge the deficiencies of the constabulary in allowing this to have happened. However, I assure you, when the omnibus was wheeled into the courtroom this morning...
Ooh, Bella Troxa, first time chat.
Good to have you. The compartment under the seat was not empty. Well, my Nipponese friend...
Me?
When the carriage was submitted as evidence, doubtless you examined it in fine detail as would any self-respecting practitioner of the law. Pray, what did you find the condition of the underseat compartment to be?
Oh, to be sure. And the young gentleman will be able to clear this up in a jiffy.
Sorry?
Go ahead. You tell the court now, fella. Is this all an elaborate excuse by the desperate Lord Vinzeeks?
Uh-oh. Ryunosuke, what are you going to do? Are you going to tell the truth?
Well, counsel, do you have something to say on this matter?
Oh, this is a big moment. This is a big moment.
How am I supposed to answer?
What can I say about the state of that little compartment under the seat in the omnibus?
I do remember. And I don't think I can lie to the court. I'm just a deeply honest person, and it's really annoying sometimes. But I cannot. It wasn't empty. God damn it, truth. Why do you always have to come out of my mouth? I really don't know if giving this answer is helping my cause as counsel for the defense. But as far as I remember, at least, when I first examined the compartment, I'm fairly certain there were a number of articles inside it, yes.
Are you sure, counsel? Be whist! What are you saying now, you daft door? I thought you were on my side here.
Oh. What game are you playing?
I think it is called the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Your task is to defend the man in the stand. Why would you say something to compromise his position? I know it's 7:05, but I just cannot stop at this point, can I? As the advocate for the defense in this trial, I confess I'm still not entirely sure where I stand.
He's so confused. But he says it with pride, doesn't he? I confess. Yeah, I just said that. But it seems to me that I should state what facts I do know as clearly and as honestly as possible. Interesting.
Tis not altogether pleasing, fella. I'm simply telling the truth, Mr. McGilded. Well, don't forget that you're supposed to be representing my best interests here, lad. Now then. A fella's memory's a curious thing and not altogether reliable. No, the court must consider the facts. That there cubbyhole under the seat is as empty as the devil's heart, so it is. And you thinks perhaps it would be in your best interest now to admit that you might have been mistaken.
Why? Why do I feel like something's not right here?
I should like the jury to weigh in on this matter, I think.
Juror number 5.
That compartment is designed to...
Oh God, what is he southern now?
That compartment is designed to house equipment used to maintain the smooth running of the carriage. The guild rules state that omnibuses should be properly and fully equipped at all times, so it certainly wouldn't have been empty on the night in question. Beppo isn't that irresponsible. The sap just jumped out. That money-lending fleecer and the pig purse are lying.
Oh gosh. So well. Is there someone else?
I can't believe I was nearly taken in.
I think this fella's voice and accent has changed like 50,000 times. I don't know why. I just can't nail him down.
The stinking rich are always stinkers. Nothing but cowards, a lot of them.
What? Oh no.
It's a trick, of course, it's a trick.
I just voice what I see. Yeah, that's just who he is. He just changes his voice in court, actually.
Quite so. I must concur here.
Oh my God, everything's changing around. What's going on? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time.
Yes, but every time a different truth, it seems. Oh. My lord, I humbly exhibit the scales of justice. Clearly, a verdict of not guilty at this time would be wholly inappropriate.
Thank you, counsel. But before we proceed any further, there is the matter of the outstanding cross-examination. Counsel for the defense, begin your questioning of the witness, please.
I think this questioning of the witness is a good point to stop for today. And we shall continue that questioning of the witness at the next investigation time thinging. Next time we investigate. That's how we roll, innit? Wait. I wanted to do something here. Where's the I wanna move my face, and I wanna go over here and look. Oh no, now the chat is in front of my face. I wanna just look at him. How do I look at him?
Hold on, I can just mute that for a moment and be like, hey, wait, this way. Yeah. Am I looking at him like that? My friend, Ryunosuke, come on, we can do this. You and I, together we're stronger. Yay! Look at the boy. Look at him. Balloons for... Is this balloons? No, this is confetti, isn't it? I always get... No, this is... Wait. One is balloons. But two's confetti. We have balloons and we have confetti and we get... fireworks. Although we haven't actually finished the case yet, but we get some fireworks anyway, because why not? Everybody deserves fireworks if they want them. Gosh, it was fun today. Thank you for the stream. You're welcome for the stream, Peachy PG. Thank you so much, and thank you everyone who joined, and like new subs and new followers and everything. Like Poggy Pocket with your generosity, you're amazing. And mods, Elkalin, Taisa, Kitchen. Noodle is also wasn't in today, but thanks to Noodle as well, because Noodle's amazing. And all you lovely people. Gosh, it's so many of you, and I'm so honestly oops, I accidentally clicked on something. I'm so happy that y'all are having fun with me and my silliness. It really means a lot to me. So yeah, it's great, and I'm really looking forward to continuing. And yeah, next one is going to be I'm gonna do Wukong next, because it's Wukong Wednesdays. Wednesday is Wukong Day, so it's a completely different game, of course. But if some of y'all want to come to that one as well. And then Great Ace Attorney shall continue on Thursday next week. So excited to continue the investigations. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. Monkey, yeah, everybody join Monkey as well if you like. But there are no investigations there. Like, Monkey just kind of decides. He just says, like, all right, people need to die, and he just goes with his stuff, you know. But yeah, on Thursday we're gonna get Barok, don't we? Oops, I just bashed my mic. But yeah, I hope y'all are having a good Sunday. Oh, it's actually today is the first Advent, right? Do you do first Advent where you are? In Germany we always do first Advent, and that's the first Sunday of December, which is today, because today is the 1st of December. And then you light like one candle on your wreath. In Hungary, you do the same. There you go. So happy first Advent to all of you. In Finland as well. But I think in English-speaking countries, it's not really a thing, the first Advent. But maybe it's because of the Protestant thinging, you know, because Henry VIII was like, we don't want anything to do with those Christians. I'm bad at history, but we don't want it. Catholics, that's what the word was. We're still Christians, but you open an Advent calendar. Is it Advent calendar? I don't even know. Yeah, is it Advent calendar or Advent calendar? I think in German it's Adventskalender, so my brain gets confused sometimes. But yes, Advent calendar, chocolate. You can, and it's good at making sure you don't eat like. See, the problem I have with those calendars is like, I just buy a bar of chocolate and I eat the whole thing. So if I buy like a calendar like that, then I'm like, oh, I can just have one little chocolate every day? That's like, that makes me sad. But there's also Advent calendars that are, or Advent calendar. You say Advent, it's like an ad that needs to vent or something. It's like, oh, I'm so tired of these products, or something like that. You would save it all up and eat it all in the last couple. Well, see, but that kind of defeats the purpose. Then you can just get like a nice big bar of chocolate and just eat the whole thing, right? A Great Ace Attorney Advent calendar. That'd be fun. Speaking of which, I haven't really announced it properly yet, and I shall. But I'm gonna be at a con in January, I think, for the It says an ad starts, and can I dismiss the ad? I don't want to start an ad now, but in LA in January. And I don't know if anybody is in LA of you, but it's gonna be in January. It's like, I don't think it's like one of the big cons or something, but I'm sure I'll be at other ones at some point as well. But I shall announce it all in due course. It's not a Comic-Con. It's what is it called? Megabyte or something, I think. But it shall all be announced. And before we get back to another ad now, I'm just gonna come to Brazil. If somebody wants me in Brazil, I'll come to Brazil. That'd be amazing. What's Jax? Ad break incoming. Ugh, how annoying. But that means I should say goodbye before the ad is coming, right? Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. Oh, now the ad has come, and I'll sing through it. But I say goodbye on the chat as well. Chat that is watching ads. I'm saying goodbye to you anyway. Bye, 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 bye. And this is such a beautiful singing of me that everybody probably loves. Woo-hoo. Anyway, I shall disappear now because this was so good. This was a great concert. Take care, everyone, and I'll see y'all soon.